In the name of Allah Almighty, the most gracious and the most merciful. Dear viewers, our today's lecture is about research proposal and its benefits. Research proposal is a detailed document. It is an outline. It is a plan. It is outlining a proposed research project. It is a feasibility report basically, which gives all the pros and cons about the research which we are going to conduct in future. It helps in about the approximations, about the estimations, about the allocation of resources. It describes about the timeline in which the research project will complete. It will describe the positive impacts of the research and the negative impacts of the research. It will describe the methodology we are going to utilize in the research project. It will describe about the benefits of the research. So, the research proposal provides blueprint for the study, providing a clear and concise overview of the research questions, objectives, methodology, and expected outcomes. Its primary purpose is to convince the intended audience, academic supervisors, funding bodies, which are ethical review boards, of the significance, feasibility, and rigor of the proposed research. So, research proposal is an important document which provides feasibility of the research project. What are its benefits? Now we explain them one by one. Clarify the research focus. When we have an outline, when we have feasibility report, definitely the researcher is focused on the defined areas to conduct research. In the research questions are described in the research proposals. Objective of the research are described in the research proposals, and manageable study and focus study is also provided in the research proposal. So the researcher has to work in the defined areas, so it clarifies research focus. The research proposal facilitates planning, because the research proposal is basically a planning of the research. It is a roadmap of the research. It is an outline of the research. It is feasibility of the research. It is designed. Research design is enumerated in the methodology portion, research methodology portion of the research proposal. It describes about the data collection techniques. It also describes whether in the research which we are going to conduct, qualitative techniques of data collection or quantitative techniques of data collection, or whether qualitative techniques of data analysis or quantitative techniques of data estimations are employed in the research. So, all these plannings are enumerated in the research proposal. So, it facilitates the researcher in conducting or in doing research. It's streamlining the research process. Our next benefit of research proposal is secures funding and approvals. When the outline, when the research proposal, when the methodology enumerated in the research proposal regarding data collection, data analysis, conclusions, and recommendation point of view is useful, then it's useful for the researcher, then it definitely secures funding and approval So, a well-articulated proposal is crucial for obtaining grants, scholarships, and ethical approval necessary to conduct the research. Our next, it identifies potential challenges. Definitely, I have already described in the intro part of this research proposal definition that it describe about the potential challenges, pros, cons of the research projects. It's describe about the demerits and merits of the research which we are going to conduct. So, it identifies potential challenges by thoroughly thinking through the research process. Potential obstacles and limitations can be anticipated, allowing for proactive planning and mitigation strategies. Next benefit of the research proposal is it enhances communications. It provides a clear and structured way to communicate the research idea to others. Ensure everyone, because planning of the research, outline of the research, feasibility of the research, pros and cons of the research have already enumerated or summarized in the research proposal, so it enhances communications. Basically, it is due to which shared understanding of the project's scope and aim is rationalized. Our next heading about the research proposal benefit is demonstrates research competence. When the researchers formulate and outline feasibility report or planning in the form of research proposal, definitely it will describe the researcher's competency. If the research proposal is sound, definitely the research project will be successful. It will help in the approval of ethical board. It will help in the allocation of resources. It will help in granting or seeking times required for the completion of the research project. So, demonstrate research competence. A strong research proposal showcases the research understanding of the field, their ability to think critically, and their capacity to design a sound research project. It serves as a contract. Then the research proposal is approved. Definitely, it approves the contract. It approves an agreement between the parties, between the funding organizations and the researchers. In some contexts, particularly when seeking funding, the research proposal can act as an informal agreement outlining the researcher's commitments and funders' expectations. Our next heading about the benefits of research proposal is refine the research ideas, because pre-meditation, pre-thinking in the forms of outline, feasibility report or planning is done, so it refines the research ideas. Then cons about the research project which we are going to conduct definitely are removed in the research proposal part, and thinking and meditated and discussed, and finally it refines the research ideas. The writing process often leads to the refinement and improvement of the initial research ideas as the research delves deeper into the literatures and consider different approaches. In the research proposal part, the research literature review is also conducted, and you people understand that literature review is basically the study of the already available data in the forms of magazines, books, research articles published. It is basically published work. When the researchers delve into the already published work, it definitely understands the pros, cons, benefits of and the problems which the researcher has to face during conduct of his research project, and finally he will understand the difficulties which he has to confront during completion of his research projects, and the literature review improves the research methodology, because the previous research methodology of the already published work is understood by the researcher during literature review, and research gaps are find out, and it will avoid the researcher from reiterations of research. The researcher will understand that the already published work or the already discovered work will not be repeated. So it refines the such ideas. Now we will discuss what are the qualities of a good research proposal. Following are the properties or qualities of good research proposal. The research proposal should be clear. It should not be in between language. The language should be clear. The writing should be clear. The ideas should be clear. The understanding should be clear. And it should not be in the forms of the laborious work plans. It should be in the concise forms. It should be in the briefest forms, so that it will save the time of the readers, of the researchers, when he grasps the ideas, when he refreshes memories, when the funding party read it, when the audience read it, when the viewers read it, when the future researchers read it in the forms of the literature review. So it should be clear and concise. Second, quality of the good research proposal is focused and specific. It should not talk about the bushes. It should be focused. It should be specific. It should be specific to problem oriented. It should be specific to the research question. It should be specific to the title of the research project. It should not be vague. It should not be overly broaded. It should not be rushy. It should be objective. It should be specific, and it should be achievable. It should be practical. Our next quality of a good research proposal is original and significant. The proposed research should address a relevant gap that we have determined through literature review. In the existing knowledge or offer a novel perspective. Definitely research is conducted for the achievement or the solutions of a novel issue, and it will generate a novel knowledge. Research is basically new knowledge, discovery of new knowledge. It should clearly articulate the potential contribution of the researcher. Our next heading about the quality of good research proposal is well justified. It should be rational. It should be relevant literature. It should demonstrate importance. It should demonstrate timeline. It should demonstrate about the budget. It should demonstrate about the timeline. Next heading is methodological sound. The research design is well organized. Research design that best suited the research. As we know, for the social sciences, the qualitative techniques of research methodology is employed. In the scientific techniques, mostly the quantitative technique or experimental research is employed. So, the methodologically, the research is sound and specific and concise and specific. The proposed research method should be appropriate for addressing the research questions and objectives, because research is conducted to solve the research problems, to answer the hypothesis, to describe the research questions, to give and recommend solutions of the research problems. The proposal should provide a detailed and justified descriptions of the research design, data collection procedures, and analysis techniques. So our next heading about the qualities of good research proposal is feasible. The research should be achievable. The research should be achievable in the time frame. The research proposal should demonstrate understanding of potential constraints and how they will be managed. So, if will properly feasible. It should be properly realistic. It should not be fantasy. It should not provide information in the fairy tale manners. Our last headings in this topic, it should be ethically considerations addressed. If the research involves human or animal subjects, the proposal must clearly outline the ethical considerations and how they will be addressed to ensure the well-being and rights of participants. The respondents' rights must be protected and described in the research proposal. I have made some more contributions in the benefits of the research proposal, which are well organized. The research proposal should put up data in logical structure with clear headings and subheadings. It should attract the viewer. It should attract the reader. The different sections should flow smoothly. It should have proper presentations and present a cohesive argument. It should be well argumented. It should provide proper reasons. It should be coherent in ideas, well organized in descriptions, and have coherent ideas. The research proposal should be accurate. It should have consistency. It should have reliability. It should produce the proper, accurate information. And the information should be complete. For example, all information presented in the proposal, including citations and references, should be accurate and complete. It should have the information about the resource. The proposal should adhere to any specific guidelines or requirements provided by the target audience. Compelling and persuasive. Next heading, important heading. Ultimately, a good research proposal should be compelling and persuasive, convincing the readers of the value and potential effects of the proposed researcher. Dear audience, if the research proposal have above mentioned, previously described qualities, then we can say it a good research proposal. Thank you. This is all for today's research proposal, its benefits and qualities of a good research proposal lecture. Allah Hafiz.